Okay, quick review of what we just talked about. Your ultimate resolution in music will almost always be to your one chord or tonic chord in whatever key you are in. Once again, we're using an example of the key of C, okay? Now, the strongest resolution is down by fifth. So that would be the 5 chord or dominant chord to get to the 1 chord. So whenever the dominant chord resolves to the tonic chord, that's called dominant resolution, 5 to 1, and that happens everywhere. Once you're able to recognize that, you're ready to understand what's called secondary dominance. Any chord within a key can be preceded by its own dominant chord. It's a momentary borrowing of an outside dominant chord just to heighten the tension and resolution to a specific chord other than your tonic. So if you're ever playing a song and analyzing and you see a major chord, especially a dominant seventh, that's outside of your home key, look where it's going. If it's going down by fifth, it's a secondary dominant, not the primary dominant, a secondary. So let's do it real quick. If we want to get to our 2 minor chord, the strongest way to get there would be the chord of fifth above, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that would be the A, but we're going to make it A7. Once again, examples of the key of C, all right? Oh, my marker's down here. A7, pardon my sloppy writing, okay? The 3 minor chord, you want to get to your 3 minor chord. What's the fifth above? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, B, but it would be B7 in this instance. Your F chord, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that would make it C7. Okay, your 5 chord, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 would be D7. And actually, let's take a little sidebar here. Because of the concept of resolving down by fifth, the 2, 5, 1 progression is one of the most common in music. Those of you who study jazz know this. This is, I mean, one of the signature sounds of that style. But if the composer wants to heighten the tension and resolution even more, they could turn the 2 chord into a dominant 7 to heighten the resolution to the 5. Now, the 6 minor chord, okay, it's secondary dominant in the key of C anyway, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 above would be E7. So you're changing the regular chords in your key into dominant 7th. If you wanted to resolve to your 7 diminished chord, in this case B, diminished, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 above would be F7. So that's what you do in the key of C. These would be your secondary dominants, or not that one, your secondary dominants for the key of C. Now let's give a real world example. Let me put my marker away just a second. So this is the bridge section or B section to Ode to Joy by Beethoven. Now if you're unfamiliar with that by name, let me just play it real quick. That's a song that goes like this. Now, once again, I'm doing it in the key of C. That's not the key it was actually composed in, but we're going to keep it simple here. Now, this is the bridge section, okay? It goes like this. All right, now harmonically, there's some cool things going on here. By the way, the first section is almost entirely 1 and 5 chords, tonic and dominant, with 1 4 chord thrown in. In most versions anyway, it can be reharmonized a few different ways. Now let's focus here. Okay, now this part, notice 5 and 1, 5 and 1. Okay, a lot of 5 and 1. Now look here. Look at all this craziness happening really quick. Now here's the thing, when you're analyzing, work backwards, okay? We have a C, that's our ultimate resolution, right, to the tonic to finish the last part of the theme, preceded by the 5 chord. And by the way, when you're analyzing, you use arrows to show resolution. I had to kind of scrunch up here. Your 5 chord resolves to your 1. That's preceded quickly by the D7, which is the 5/7 of 5. You write it like this. It's all Roman numerals. So 5/7 of 5 resolving to the 5. I just drew a squiggly so you wouldn't confuse these Roman numerals with that. The 6 minor chord lands here, A minor in this case, key of C. which is preceded by the E7 chord. Okay, well, you know, that doesn't exist in the key of C, but it's the 5/7 of 6. Okay, all right, because 6 minor, 5/7 of 6. So two secondary dominants occurring within two measures, and then another dominant resolution there. Now I'm going to play this. Now I only have one hand, I'm holding my phone, but I'm going to do the chords with the melody on top and go very slowly. So we're here. All right, so let me pull back so you can see all this. So we are here. So 5 chord, 1 chord, 5 chord, 1 chord, 5 chord, E7, 5/7 to 6, 6 minor, 5/7 to 5, and 5. An ultimate resolution back to 1 chord, and so on, ending your theme. So really cool, very strong resolutions, and really interesting harmonic stuff. So if you want to color up your harmonic progressions, try using secondary dominants. Thanks for watching.